Welcome to the Northeast Iowa Crop Report. My name's Nick Benson. Today is July 25th, 2022. These corn plants are getting at me here. But anyway, wanted to give you an update on what I'm seeing out here, and want to give you just an update of what I'm seeing. I'd intended on actually showing up in a soybean field today and talking about Japanese beetles, and I will talk about that a little bit. But as you can see, I'm in a cornfield. I'm holding a jar of Japanese beetles, and I'm in a cornfield. The reason that is I was actually out scouting some cornfields, bean fields and cornfields today, and I was in some corn, and I did come across the disease that we're all talking about, and that's tar spot. So tar spot is a disease that came into North America in 2015 from a weather event that blew some spores up from Mexico. It had always been a Mexico and southern hemisphere disease, and we saw it up here in 15. Since then, we've had some economic impact areas, and it hasn't really hit Fayette County to an extent, or Northeast Iowa to an extent to do significant damage. But I'm seeing it already this early in the season. Right now, we are at VT, as you can tell. We got full pollen shed. Not a great time to be in corn. It's just all over the place, but it's noteworthy. So we're concerned about it. Now's the time to be looking. Probably a good year to be thinking about doing a fungicide application. We don't know how bad it's going to affect things. We do need a specific weather event to make it spread, but pay attention. That's what I'm seeing out there. I'll show you here what it looks like. If I could find some, there's some little tar spot. Oh, let's see here. I thought I'd be able to just, yeah, this will work. This isn't a great leaf, but let's see here. That's a speck. That's a speck. Here's some more pronounced flecking. This here you can actually catch it. It's actually glinting. It looks exactly like tar, and you can see how it smears. It's actually fruiting right now. Some of that is. When it's fruiting like that, if we get a 75 to 85 degree day with a steady rain and a real hazy sky, that's when we can have a severe spread. There's actually, here you can see it on the bottom side. See it all in here. All this specking. It's early to see it. We've seen it come in late. This is early. That's why I'm concerned. That's why I'm standing in a cornfield. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the tar spot. Just want you guys to be aware of it. Second thing I'm seeing, got a kill jar here, because it's last year I talked about them. It's hard to catch them, so I decided I'd kill them. Japanese beetles. By now everybody knows what a Japanese beetle is, specifically because we see them. Oh, I think it's, yeah. We see them in all of our landscape plants, in our gardens, but definitely seeing them in cornfields. So one thing to watch are in bean fields and cornfields. So in the bean fields, we need 20% defoliation on every bean plant. I haven't seen an economic threshold yet. I've definitely seen damage. Pay attention to them. They came in 1916 in New Jersey. They're a Scarab Beetle. They're a white grub. You see them in your lawns. They look like the white grub, well, what they call white grub, but it's actually another white grub, and it turns into a Japanese beetle. They've been around since 1916. We just have a higher population than normal of Japanese beetles. Defoliation is their main concern. Definitely worth watching. The other concern with Japanese beetles is in our cornfields. This field actually has some, or had some. You can see in this silking ear how it's brown right here. It should not have brown silked that soon. It's brown silking because there's been Japanese beetles nipping at that. And so if there's 3 Japanese beetles per ear, and it's within a ½ inch of the tip of the ear, that's when we think about spraying. I haven't seen that. This is what it should look like. This is what a silk should look like. It shouldn't have that browning on it, where here you can tell it's been clipped. So just something to pay attention to there. So right now what I'm seeing, I'm worried about tar spot in corn. I'm worried about Japanese beetles and soybeans. Those would be the scouting things I'm seeing. We did get a nice shower of rain the other night. We were south of the big wind event. Our crops are looking great. Soybeans are taking off. Excellent weather. Absolutely perfect weather for pollination. So we're right at that tasseling time. We're in full flower. We should get a great nick, great pollination window. So really happy about that. My name's Nick Benson with Federal Hybrids.